Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for booming in. Guys, today I want to talk about Spell and Ice, one of the few hands here that is actually up and booming. And then I also want to talk about Harmony and Phantom dumping on us over the weekend. I want to talk about some of those platforms that were in Jewel, TRANQ. Took a little hit on those. We want to talk about what the trajectory may be and more. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. And happy Monday to all the maniacs. Good morning, Desmond. Good morning, Rad Dog. The rest of the boomers out there. I appreciate all the maniacs. Let me go ahead and share my chart. BTC here. This is the one. This is the what? The 1 day. We had a little sell-off there. I didn't even notice that this morning. 59.5. And then we had a little bit of a rebound here. BTC holding strong there around 60K. I'll be honest, at this time, I would have already expected BTC to either pump or dump. It's kind of acting not usual right now. It's not, unusual is the word. So I'm going to patiently wait here. It's good that we're above 60,000, but we still haven't broken that all-time high again. I was expecting about a 5 to 10 day period, an intermission before we activated again and started going on a bull run, but no, we've just been holding there. Ether has been doing well. Let me look at ETH. ETH has been doing great, and then we'll look at the top. We look at Spell, guys. All the Daniele coins, that programmer, Danielle or Dan or whatever, Danny, the guy behind Abracadabra, Spell, Wonderland, Time, Ice. This thing is booming. Okay, booming. Look at Spell up there, 14% at 3.031 cents. It's looking quite sexy, and then Spell against ETH as well. Let's look at Ether. Ether, in the past month, Ether really, we were talking about Bitcoin and all that, but Ether really put on the thruster really in the past week. They started gaining weight against Bitcoin. Where's my ETH chart? Where's my ETH chart? Specifically, ETH against BTC. Look at this look at the month. We hit a low here at 0.06 or 0.059, and boom, it rocketed right back up. So don't sleep on ETH there at 43.55. And I read a meme or some sort of a post on social media the other day. I forgot what account it was, but they said in a world and in a market with a bunch of inflated assets, which we could agree on. There's a lot of inflation. Obviously, a lot of things are probably overvalued. In that space, Ethereum is one of the few tokens that actually its price reflects its fundamentals. And in fact, it may be undervalued. I'm going to be honest with you. You got all these other tokens doing all that, but Ether, guys, it's the settlement layer of all the other DeFi. Okay, yeah, you got AVAX and Phantom and One and all this other cute stuff, but it all comes down to ETH. All the development is on Solidity. So don't sleep on ETH. ETH is the settlement layer. So there it is. 43.55 all-time high with ETH there at 44.57 not too long ago, and it's looking good. Let's talk about which ones we're waiting on here. We're patiently waiting on one. I think it's got next. We rode that Phantom train for what seems like months, from about 30 cents to an all-time high of 350 about. I don't even remember, but it was nice gains for Phantom. I think Phantom's a solid project, but it's starting to slow down as far as the short-term gains, and I'm paying attention more to Harmony One now. And unfortunately, it had a double top over here, and now it's starting to, it's been selling off. I would have expected it to break through already. The same goes for the tokens that are in the ecosystem, like Jewel, like TRANQ, and others, but they've since been dumping. So, you can't always hit them out the park here with the calls, but I'm still bullish on this. I'll be honest with you. Let's go ahead and look at CoinGecko over here. So specifically, let's look at Jewel first. Jewel, which is the DeFi game. I'm extra bullish on this. And I took a big stake out on 383. Jeez. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. Anyhow, I took out a big position on Friday to make sure I had that 5,000x Jewel to be eligible for the snapshot. And since then, it's been dumping and dumping and dumping. And, we picked them up around 5. And here we are, sub 4. And it's looking pretty ugly. Now, we've discussed this before on and offline. You know, those stakers that want to pick up the 5,000x jewels are probably dumping into one and going back into the LP and or other tokens. And that could be what happened. I mean, you know, I've discussed this on and offline. And there's other videos. I think Climb Crypto has a video about, you know, there should be or is sometimes volatility around the price of jewel when the snapshots occur. Because, you know, everybody wants to get the jewel and to get the snap. And then, you know, once the snap occurs, they dump. And this is a lesson to be learned, too. You know, when they do that pulse change snap, what do you think's going to happen to Hex? It's going to go down, in my opinion. Anyhow, so that's what's going on. You know, I don't know how much longer I could hold at Jewel at these prices. I'll be honest with you. I like the project and everything. Now, one thing I like that I did is that I quickly moved out of the single asset back into the LP, which the LP pays a lot. The LP pays at over 1,000% APR. Granted, most of those rewards are locked up for 80% of them are locked up till 2022 summer. But, you know, I don't know. 29 cents on Harmony 1. You know, they could be doing better. I'll tell you this. If it doesn't take off today, I may have to go back into something else. You know, and again, you know, the quality coins, you know, you could take profits into stable coins, which I do as well. But one needs to ask, like, you know, in the middle of this bull run, you know, it's never a bad idea to hold more Bitcoin and ETH. And in fact, is it a good idea to just have Bitcoin ETH LPs to sit on for the long gun and just collect fees? You get an average price of Bitcoin and ETH, and those two gunners are going to be around a long time. Now, I want to know what's the performance of Bitcoin ETH LPs as opposed to holding Ether by itself or holding Bitcoin. I'm sure someone could do the comparisons and, you know, contrast. But, you know, track the LP price of Bitcoin versus Bitcoin ETH LP versus Bitcoin by itself versus ETH by itself. Because, you know, you're earning fees with the Bitcoin ETH LP. And, you know, if ETH goes down, you know, you're hedged against Bitcoin and vice versa. So something to consider. I don't know if anybody has the math out there, but I'm really thinking about that. Could BTC ETH LPs be the long-term play as an alternative to just holding Bitcoin and or ETH? Could be. Back to the screen out here. Let's see if there's any shakers and bakers that we should be paying attention to. Sandbox just recently pulled up to the number 80. Don't know about them. You got Thorchain Rune going back up. I really like this protocol. Automatic market maker that allows you to swap between native assets. You can swap native Bitcoin for native ETH and vice versa. And they were hacked at one point, but they're back and they're doing quite well. Thorchain. If they can really make it work, this is a very, very valuable platform in my opinion. You're talking about native swaps. And there's not that there. I don't know of another platform that does that. Of course, we just talked about Spell. The Danny coins, the Daniele coins are doing well. Qtum, Shiba, Secret, Solana, and there you go. Let me look at ICE. I still have a nice bag of ICE. I dumped a lot over the weekend, but it started rebounding on me, and we're up another 14. That's good. You know, after a low of I think it even touched like 22, 23 over the weekend, and you know I got a significant bag of this, so you know. And I'm holding it single asset, waiting for a big move. But maybe I go ahead and pair it back up. I don't know. Ice baby, you know it. Shout out to YM. Shout out to Midas. Shout out to Wandering, Rad Dog, Desmond, the rest of the boomers. I see you guys. And that's what's going on. And let me see if Wonderland Time is doing any movements now. Still looking good there at 5.2. Now, there is an investment portfolio over there on Beethoven X that includes all the Daniele coins or Danny coins or whatever the guy's called. And if you go to Beethoven and Beethoven dumped at 73 cents, it's another platform I really liked, but ultimately, and here's a perfect example. Fundamentals are strong. This is a strong team. They got a strong contract. There's a lot of, I use this platform. But, you know, the price didn't take off. You know what I mean? So, and maybe it will, but we are not in it right now. Where's the Daniele coins? Grand Orchestra. There we go. The Magic Touch by Danielle. So someone made a portfolio where you can invest all the Danny coins in one. Let this thing load up. But I think it's about 20% on all the coins, including Phantom. Hit refresh again. This thing is going slow. I don't know why it's not deciding to load right now. But this pool is composed of Spell, Abracadabra, Ice, Wonderland Time, amongst others. So it's Spell, Wonderland, Ice, Phantom, and Magic Internet Money. I'm not sure what the spreads are. I'm trying to click on it, but it's not loading. Maybe it's because my wallet's not connected. But this one's earning 69% there in beats, along with, you know, whatever move those tokens do. So it's not a bad move. And why I like this platform so much is that you can compose your own pool. You can compose your own pool. So, you know, if you want to build a portfolio, you have it all in one place. Shout out to Buddha. Good morning. What's popping? Shout out to George. I see you. So yeah, patiently waiting for one. I kind of got clapped. I'm not gonna lie with the jewel stuff, but hey, you know, you win some, you lose some. And what other one am I waiting for? TRANQ. TRANQ debuted yesterday. It's the first money market on Harmony One, and they debuted their dashboard. And of course, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news, and they're dumped 47%. This platform should do some numbers though. This is the only platform for borrowing and lending on Harmony One right now. So, you know, something to consider. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. There it is. So they just did their dashboard. You see current price 51, market cap's 3.3, circulating supply 6.6 million. And you can LP up with TRANQ and one and get 690%. And you can still pick up X TRANQ by locking your TRANQ. So where's the, let me check out the dashboard. Let me look at the APYs that they have here. Or look, the market says I have no deposit. So if you supply one, it's about 41%, Bitcoin at 45, USDC at 50. So the rates right now are attractive. Look at that, these rates for stable coins, 55%. Yeah, the market doesn't give you much, but they give you it in the token. And then you could borrow. It's a lot cheaper. I mean, a lot more expensive, but they give you a reward. So, you know, you're actually earning to borrow right now. And Harmony One is developing a Bitcoin bridge where you can bridge directly from the native Bitcoin blockchain directly onto Harmony One, wrap Bitcoin. And I think that may be very good. Okay, we know that exists on RenBTC, but it doesn't exist directly to some other alternative platforms. And that may be raising demand for the use of the blockchain and money markets such as this, because, you know, people are sitting on Bitcoin and they don't want to trade it. They don't want to send it through another centralized platform. They could bridge it directly to Harmony One, stake it here, wrap BTC, earn 45%, and then leverage it. You know, there's some people, there's some whales that are sitting on Bitcoin. So something to consider. I'll take a few more comments and questions, but that's the move. I'm basically, you know, watching these markets. I still have my positions on ICE, Jewel, TRANQ, One, and, you know, obviously, you know, BTC and ETH. I don't even mention that because that's standard. Like, if you don't have a position in Bitcoin and ETH, I don't know what else to tell you. Those should be without speaking. When I talk about my position, I talk about active positions that I'm trading in and out of. I really don't trade much in and out of ETH. I try to hold it. You know what I mean? But, you know, again, when I'm, you know, for the purpose of these videos, the majority of them are active, my active bags. So, you know, when I'm trading TRANQ or One or Phantom or stuff like that. Fermi says, so many good platforms to catch up now. Was sleeping on Beethoven X and heard it mentioned at least 5 times already. Yeah, I mean, it's a great platform, and we are fortunate enough to have made some nice gains at the beginning when it pumped over $2. And then we also lost some as well when we try to chase it once it started dumping. But as far as the functionality of the platform, it's good. I like it. And I heard the team is legit. The contract is a fork of the balancer fork over there on Ethereum. So, it's been audited as a fork, but they're going to do another audit, independently to make everybody feel better, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a dev. I don't know if that's, legit or not. I've used the platform and it looks pretty good. I'll tell you that much. All right, guys. So we're patiently waiting here on TRANQ on Harmony 1. Hopefully it takes off after this dump. But again, this is like Aave, this is like Venus on BSC. This is like Geist over there on Phantom. But this is the only one on Harmony 1. The only one, pun intended. So let's see. And the APYs are not that bad. You're staking stables here at 55%, 71%. The borrow markets have some incentives. So if you do take a loan out against your capital, you're probably going to net positive. They should put that in green here. Because, you're losing 3% on the one, but then you're getting rewarded a lot more for loan. So, in fact, you're getting paid to take a loan right now in shitcoin. So, something to consider. All right, guys. There's no other comments and questions. I'm going to leave this stream short so people can catch the replay. And again, the plays that are doing well now are Spell and Ice, all the Danny coins. If you're interested in those, there's a great portfolio directly here on Beethoven. Where is it? The Magic Touch. And it's taking so long to load. Is it because my wallet's not loaded? That's probably. Let me check that. I want to see this portfolio here. There it is. Boom. I'm not in this one, but because I'm in Ice and I've been in Spell separately. But if you want to do it all in one place. Oh, so much for beats. I'm still trying to load this thing and it's not popping. There it goes. So there you go. You get in this portfolio, you get 30% Spell, 20% Time, 20% Ice, 15 Phantom, and 15 Mim. Someone should make a portfolio and just exclude Mim. You know what I mean? I like stable coins, but for that, I'd look at stables in its own place. So, but yeah, this is a cool portfolio. Danielle is the man. Him and Andre are the dream team. So they say. I'm not a dev and I'm not really in those circles, so I don't know. But yeah, I see people mention his name and Andre's name, with high regard. So I guess that's good. The project's certainly doing well. Yeah, on that note, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. Shout out to Electric Buddha. I appreciate you. Shout out to Fermi, George Brown, the rest of the boomers out there. I'm going to go ahead and, just wait patiently here. And if things get uglier with Jewel or One, I may have to get out. I'll be honest with you and take the L. I don't like that. But it's this Jewel is under 4 right now. And it's not so. And I know they're probably trying to shake out the weak hands. But, I can't hang around in too long. Okay. You got to put a stop loss at certain times. We took the risk and right now it's not paying off. And, I'm not going to hang around. So, we'll see. Now, as far as like the long term or even to the midterm with these projects, I'm bullish. But, I got to protect the bag and we got to get gains right now. That being said, like I just questioned, I want to know what the performance are comparison between Bitcoin ETH LPs and just Bitcoin and just Ether. I want to see. I want to know. I haven't seen any comparison. Someone needs to start charting LPs better. They need to have like a coin market cap for blue chip LPs. You know what I mean? Like, where's the coin market cap for blue chip LPs? I need that. Bitcoin ETH, ETH USDC. I want to see them on all the major, on Sushi, on Uni, and I want to see how much they're returning. I'm sure you can find that out, but it needs to be clear as day. Because I got a hunch here, okay? I got a hunch here that the play is not only to hold Bitcoin or ETH. The play may just be to pair the two and take all the fees and hold long term, because you're hedged against both and you're making extra. Okay, you know, because if you're hodling Bitcoin, hodling ETH, you're not producing any new coin unless you're staking the ETH on Rocket Pool or whatever. I mean, and I guess a lot of people are not doing that. But when you're LPing up, you're actually producing more in the form of fees. So someone find me that info. I got a hunch. I'm talking about long term here, though. You know what I mean? Like, you know, set it and forget it type thing. Fermi's not a boomer yet. Okay. Well, hopefully, you know, hopefully you could become one sooner than later. And as I've said, you can't call yourself a boomer until you've stepped on a landmine, until you've lost a limb, an arm, or something like that. In order to earn these stripes, you can't just become a boomer, and it's not all just fun and games. That's what a lot of people don't understand about this crip walk out here. People want to be crip walkers, but then they don't want to lose. I mean, you know, how do you think we made it here after a year? You know how many times I've gotten clapped? I mean, even this month I've got clapped. How many times I got clapped? Even on beats I got clapped. So, you know, I say that to say this. I mean, this space, there's a lot of gains to be made, but you also got to have a stomach to be making losses. I mean, if you're not willing to take an L, then you're probably not ready to, you know, take a W either. All right, guys, I just spilled some coffee here on my desk, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it up and enjoy the rest of my day. Shout out to Fermi and the rest of the boomers. Yeah, tune into us, Fermi. We're here every single day on the weekdays. Like, subscribe, post notification bell, ding, ding. Stay tuned in to the crypto word that we spread here every single day. The original boomers before boomer became a meme. Okay, Kaboom is us. This is the Kaboom, the real Kaboom. Okay? Everybody else is just stealing the slang. They're jacking the slang. Shout out to Electric Buddha, so true. I see you, Buddha. I appreciate you. And all the rest of the boomers out there. I'll be back tomorrow. And if someone can find me that information, we need to get a coin market cap for LPs. Only for LPs. You know, because it's hard to even find the price of LPs out there. Shout out to Fermi. He agrees. A1, get some. Thanks, champ. You got it. I'll be back, guys. If anything, drop me a comment and I'll be back. I appreciate all you maniacs. Stay strong. It's the voice of the blockchain. Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest.